Hit the button. Oh, he hit the button.
Oh, I did. Oh my god, I hit the button.
He hit the button.
I didn't expect nothing to happen. It just, I mean, I guess there's a number that's going up now, but whew, okay.
This is the intro to the whole episode.
All right. Hey, how you doing?
It's a tournament arc.
Yes, it is. Hello, everyone, and welcome.
We're doing a tournament arc.
Uh-huh. Yes, we are. Anyway, as I was saying, hello, everybody.
Tournament
Clayton.
arc.
Clayton.
Tournament arc.
Okay.
Greetings, everyone. I'm Halo Kirby, and today I have with me Mr. Blazing Cactus.
That's me.
And we decided to combine the most obvious thing in Pokemon with the least obvious thing in Pokemon: tournaments and mustaches, respectively.
So, like any normal person would do, we looked through the entirety of the National Pokedex and made note of all the Pokemon that have mustaches. And it just so turns out that there are 25 of these stylish creatures. How fitting.
Ethan, you do realize how late it is to celebrate the Pokemon's 25th anniversary, yes?
So that is how we came up with this brilliant and timely idea to celebrate Pokemon's 25th anniversary, and we definitely knew from the beginning that there were exactly 25 Pokemon with mustaches, and it's totally not just a coincidence that we decided to capitalize on.
Ethan, it's okay. Just admit to them that we wanted to make a silly video about cartoon facial hair.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
Oh.
For the record, we just wanted to make a silly video about cartoon facial hair.
Sometimes I just feel like I can't trust you anymore. You know that?
Oh. You know, I've honestly been drowning in guilt that I wasn't able to upload something in time for this year's Pokemon anniversary.
Well, better late than never, I guess?
Yeah. Let's take a look at our contestants!
Wait. Should we go ahead and honor the Pokemon in Purgatory for a moment? You know, the ones where we couldn't really decide if they had a mustache or not, so we just decided to not include them?
Alrighty folks, here are all 25 contestants of the tournament, each and every one sporting a tasteful mustache. But only one can walk out of this event with the title of 2021 International Pocket Monsters Mustache League Conference Champion. Abomasnow, Kadabra, Mienshao, Whiscash, Herdier, Stoutland, Walrein, Celio, Thievel, Probopass, Centiscorch, Alolan Rattata, Mr. Rhyme, Tornadus, Thunderous, Landorus, Magikarp, Samurott, Alakazam, Kricketune, Alolan Golem, Barboach, Raikou, Entei, and Gyarados.
Wait. Hold it. Stop the music! I have just received some very pivotal information regarding the eligibility of one of our contestants.
Ooh, spicy. And who would that be?
None other than Probopass himself, or herself, itself. It's a giant rock. It has come to the staff's attention that Probopass does not actually have a mustache.
What? But how could that be?
Well, you see, Ethan, the hair that dominates Probopass's facial region ironically does not originate from his face, but from his nose.
Oh, so it's nose hair.
Exactly!
Let's take a look at where our 24 contestants fit into the bracket. This bracket is split up into 6 different sub-brackets. Each sub-bracket is comprised of 4 competitors, and the Pokemon with the best mustache in each sub-bracket will advance to the Elite 6.
Ethan, I have 2 questions.
Uh-huh.
The first one being, how did you make this bracket so quickly after finding out about Probopass? I thought the staff originally prepared the bracket so that Probopass was included.
Well,
Ethan, don't tell me this whole Probopass disqualification fiasco was just a contrived excuse to have an even number of contestants.
Yeah, so what was the second question?
Well, the Elite Six.
Yeah, what about it?
What the hell is up with that name?
Well, the Elite Four and the Elite Eight are already taken, so I thought I would just, take the average.
Wait, what are the Elite Eight? You know what? Never mind. To start off the tournament, let's look at how this first bracket plays out. So let's just jump right into... Oh no.
Yeah, pretty contagious, isn't it?
You shut up!
So, the very first match of the 2021 International Pocket Monsters Moustache League Conference.
Ethan, you don't have to say the full name every time.
Clayton, just give this one to me. It's the only reason I haven't quit this job is between Abomasnow and Kadabra.
It's quite fitting that Abomasnow is in the first match, since, fun fact, it is also the first Pokemon in the alphabetical Pokedex. Surely this is a coincidence and not another contrived aspect of this bracket.
But of course, Clayton, these matchups were determined randomly by our wonderful staff.
And thank goodness for that. So, let's use this first match as a sort of guide to show how the rest of them will work. We will be evaluating each Pokemon's mustaches based on 4 factors: proportion, innovation, style, and sensibility. Each of these factors will be rated on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the worst, and 5 being the best.
Whichever Pokemon has the larger accumulative sum of points will be crowned the victor. So in this case, since both of us agreed that Kadabra's mustache is superior to Abomasnow's mustache in every category except innovation, Kadabra wins this one and will move on to face whoever wins between Mienshao and Whiscash.
This surely is an interesting matchup. Whiscash has the advantage here when it comes to proportion, innovation, and style because of the sheer size and whimsy of it. However, Mienshao's mustache seems to yield more sensibility.
Even so, Whiscash is still ahead of the game in 3 out of the 4 categories, and I don't see Mienshao overcoming that insurmountable lead. Still, it put up a great effort, and it was voiced by ProZD, so it gets my respect.
And with that, the final match of the first sub-bracket is Kadabra versus Whiscash. Whiscash has the edge in terms of style, whereas Kadabra has the edge in terms of sensibility.
But when you look at proportion and innovation, you'll start to see a dramatic shift in Whiscash's favor. So with that, Whiscash has secured itself a spot in the Elite Six.
Moving on to the second sub-bracket, we'll start with Herder versus Stoutland, and as you can see from our set of empirical calculations, you can infer that... What's up?
Stoutland is the evolution of Herdier.
And... Oh. Yeah. So it is. So does that mean that Stoutland wins?
Yes.
So we're not gonna look at the stats or anything?
So
or...
the second match is between Walrein and Celio.
Okay.
And as you can see from our set of empirical calculations, you can infer that...
Ethan.
What's up?
Celio is the evolution of Walrein.
No, it's not.
Wait. What? So we're not gonna look at the stats or...
Oh, would you look at that? We're already at the last match of the second sub-bracket, Stoutland versus Celio. While both of these Pokemon's mustaches are rather equal in style, Celio definitely has more sensibility.
That is true, but if you look at proportion and innovation, Stoutland has Celio completely beat, and that's why Stoutland is moving on to the Elite Six.
If we turn our attention over to the third sub-bracket, we'll see a matchup between Thievul and Centiskorch. And to be honest, Centiskorch pretty decisively has the upper hand in everything but sensibility, so it advances to the second round.
The second match of this sub-bracket is Alolan Rattata versus Mr. Rime. And the reason this matchup is so interesting is because, well, Alolan Rattata's mustache just... It sucks. It really sucks. So Mr. Rime will be moving on to face Centiskorch in the deciding match of this sub-bracket.
And it looks like we have yet another one-sided affair with this match because Centiskorch seems to outmatch Mr. Rime in virtually every way. One could make the argument that Mr. Rime's mustache is a tad more sensible, but it's a mere drop of water in the ocean at this point. Centiskorch advances to the Elite Six.
All right, and hey Ethan, do you want to explain to me what's going on with the next sub-bracket?
Which one?
I think you know which one I'm talking about.
No, I seriously don't. Could you point it out to me?
Oh, you know, just this humble little group over here featuring the 3 legendary beasts and a fish!
Oh, that one.
Yes, Ethan! That one!
Yeah. I fail to see the problem here.
Well, I just don't know how to proceed.
But I do. Let's rank these guys.
Okay, here we go, I guess.
So our three musketeers over here actually have ridiculously similar facial hair, so it's not super clear who would win among them. But if we look at Magikarp over here, it has a quirky little mustache that seems to easily outclass that of the forces of nature in terms of proportion and style, so it looks like Magikarp will be advancing.
You saw it here, folks! Magikarp has somehow defeated the 3 legendary Pokemon single-handedly in a tournament. God help us all! Magikarp just murdered 3 legendaries!
Well, let's move on to the next sub-bracket, shall we?
I would love literally nothing better!
Well, if we look at the first match here, we've got Samurott and Alakazam. And, wow, looking at the stats, Alakazam has failed to surpass Samurott in a single category. So, well, that's awkward.
Indeed, this is quite an unfortunate matchup for Alakazam. It probably could have gone further if it were facing, well, a different opponent, but it seems as though Samurott is the perfect foil against all of its strengths.
Speaking of perfect foils, Kricketune is also outclassing its opponent Alolan Golem entirely. If Alolan Golem's beard could be considered part of the mustache, then maybe we could have a conversation, but as it stands, it pales in comparison to Kricketune's.
In fact, Kricketune's mustache also beats Samurott's mustache. As impressive as it is, it just has way too much style and proportional aesthetic to be denied.
Very true. So Kricketune will advance to the Elite Six, and with that, let's check out the final sub-bracket.
Starting off this last sub-bracket, we have Barbaroach versus Raikou, and perhaps this is the most one-sided matchup we've had yet, because Barbaroach's mustache is simply too unimpressive to even begin to compete with Raikou's glory.
This next match is not so one-sided, however, because Entei is facing off against Gyarados.
Now this match might not be as one-sided as the last one, but it certainly does have a rather decisive result.
That's right, Clayton. This is because not only are the proportions on Entei's mustache perfect, but it is also stylish and sensible beyond belief.
Gyarados' mustache is nothing to sneeze at, but unfortunately, it can't match up to the greatness that is Entei's face.
And so that brings us to the final battle to determine the last of the Elite Six. And fittingly, it's 2 legendary titans from the Johto region, Raikou versus Entei.
After deliberating a long while about this, we ultimately decided that Entei has a slightly superior mustache, but it was probably the closest match we've had yet, and things like this are extremely subjective.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So congratulations, Entei, you are the last of the Elite Six.
So I guess that means we're left with these 6, huh?
Correct.
How are we gonna decide who the winner is?
Well, you see, that part is actually quite simple.
Okay, well, knowing you, it probably isn't.
Right again! So what's going to happen is that these stylish creatures are going to be paired up into 3 teams of 2. And then the team that performs the worst will be eliminated, leaving only 4 Pokemon in the tournament.
Perform the worst? How exactly will they be performing?
Well, I thought that this wouldn't really be a Pokemon tournament if we didn't have a few battles.
So we're doing 3 double battles, and whichever team of 2 Pokemon wins the least amount of times gets eliminated?
Exactly.
So it's nothing to do with mustaches at all. You know, the one thing this whole tournament is about.
Yep.
Well, I'm convinced. Let's battle! I got stuck with an Entei and a Magikarp. Why would you do this to me?
Well, you know, it's just because, I don't know, snooze you lose, I guess,
I'm also
right?
not good at Pokemon.
Well, you know, I mean, alright, that's details that I'm not interested in, but... Okay, this is
Oh, just hit the play button.
Alright, I'm sorry. Okay, so we decided to pair Entei and Magikarp together because it's, you know, I wanted to put Magikarp with the strongest one to kind of cancel each other out. And it ended up just being like, just really bad, but...
Hit the button.
Okay, alright. Let's see how this plays out. So he leads with the Entei for obvious reasons. And, and Stoutland actually has the Intimidate, which is nice. It looks like I used Yawn to make him fall asleep, which is interesting.
Bitch.
I went for the Dig, which is actually not Stab, but it is super effective. And it looks like Entei maybe had a Citrus Berry there. I couldn't read that thing, but he decides to send out the Magikarp, and he outplays me with the Bounce. He does not get the Paralysis, unfortunately, though, and Magikarp ultimately goes down. And
Oh, we did this so long ago. I'm just finding this funny. Oh my god.
It's real. It really is funny. Entei wakes up at just the wrong time.
Just completely the wrong time.
Yeah, so that's...
Whiscash never even saw a battle.
Yeah, Whiscash was never sent out, but let's check out the other battle, shall we? Alright, so this one is Kricketune and Centiskorch are on a team, and I am playing, once again, against Clayton's Entei and Magikarp, so we'll see how this goes.
How did I get stuck with these two? Why did I get stuck with these two?
Well, you know, Clayton, that's just what happens when you're just not epic enough for the Schmeppet enough. I just don't even know what that means, but I just did Power Whip on the Magikarp, and I whipped him with my power, which is pretty neat. Bulldoze actually is only neutral because Centiskorch is part bug type. And he unfortunately did not read through the flash fire that Centiskorch has there, but he goes for the Bulldoze again just for some more damage. It's not looking good for Entei, and there he goes.
I like to reiterate the fact that I am not good at Pokemon.
Well, you know, I mean, you did your best that you could with the team that you had, so...
You gave me a Magikarp and an Entei, not a lot to work with.
Yeah, well, anyway, let's move on to the last one. Okay, so at this point, we already know that Magikarp and Entei are out of the tournament, but we just did this one for kicks because it's fun. I had the team of Kricketune and Centiskorch, and Clayton had the team of Whiscash and Stoutland, so let's see how this one goes. Okay, so I led with the Kricketune. I don't actually remember how this went because it was so long ago, so it's basically a blind reaction. But yeah, the Scald actually does more than half, which was very good damage there. But I go for the Absorb. It's very low base power, but it is quad super effective, but it's not stab, so I guess it didn't do much enough to kill it. But I do get the Power Whip off from Centiskorch.
Not only did you get a super effective, you also just crit the poor thing.
Oh yeah, I don't think that mattered since it was such a high base power and is quad super effective, but Stoutland once again goes for the dig on the Centiskorch there. And I go for the Leech Life, and Stoutland here actually puts me to sleep here, as I remember, yeah. He goes for the Yawn there, and I think Stoutland's Intimidate ability really saved it here because I'm, 2/3 attack right now. And so I'm still asleep here, and he goes for the Hyper Beam. And I unfortunately wake up, and...
I was so close that time.
Yeah, he was very, very close, but yeah, I was unfortunately able to wake up there in time and win the battle. So there you go, folks. Don't get me wrong, Stoutland and Whiscash are still in the tournament, as well as Centiskorch and Kricketune, obviously. But yeah, Entei and Magikarp are eliminated. Unfortunately. And our final four contestants are Centiskorch, Kricketune, Whiscash, and Stoutland. So we will see how that goes.
All right, then.
Boy, that was fun.
I disagree.
Let's agree to disagree.
No!
Well, since there's only 4 Pokemon left in this thing, let's see the final bracket to determine who has the best stash in all the land. Semi-final match number 1. Whiscash versus Centiskorch.
If we take a look at the stats of these two studs, we can see that they are evenly matched in the proportion and sensibility categories.
With that being said, Centiskorch rises above Whiscash with its undeniable innovation and style. Folks, we have our first finalist in the form of Centiskorch.
Semi-final match 2 is Stoutland versus Kricketune. That was your line, but do you want to read that?
I don't know, I guess, just in case, I guess I'll read it. Semi-final match number 2. Stoutland versus Kricketune.
Ooh, and this one might be close.
Indeed, especially since they seem to be equal in proportion and style.
However, Kricketune slightly edges out Stoutland when it comes to sensibility.
That may be true, Clayton, but don't forget about innovation. Stoutland looks like it has the edge there.
Now that's an interesting turn of events. It looks like we'll just have to go by comparing their totals.
Right, I'm on it.
And, what have we found? Ethan, have you done the math yet?
Yeah, sorry, I'm working on it.
Okay. Okay, this is like Very simple addition.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm trying.
Ethan goes to an engineering school. Did you guys know that he goes to an engineering school? I just feel like you should know that he goes to an engineering school.
And here are the results.
Wow! It appears that Stellan has barely squeaked out the win to face Centiskorch in the last round.
Can't wait to see how that goes, but it looks like we'll have to because we have one last thing to take care of before the final match.
What exactly would that be? Do we have a sponsor or something?
Clayton, we've gone over this, remember?
Yeah, I know. I'm just amplifying the suspense.
So, do you think the suspense is amped enough?
Yeah, just say the thing.
Okay, I guess I'll just say the thing now.
I think you should.
All right, I'm gonna say the thing.
Great idea, Ethan.
Yeah, I guess I'll just go ahead.
Please, just say the thing, Ethan.
Okay, battle for bronze. Whiscash versus Kricketune.
Right off the bat, I noticed that these contestants are perfectly on par with each other in terms of proportion.
Quite so. Let's look at the other stats and see how they measure up.
Well, if we look at innovation, Whiscash has the advantage.
While that's true, the same thing can't be said about the other two categories. When we consider style and sensibility, Kricketune narrowly outmatches Whiscash.
Well, I think we know who's in third place then, now don't we?
That's right. Congratulations, Kricketune! And my condolences, Whiscash.
Well, Ethan, looks like we can't stall any longer. It's time for the final match!
Final match. Centiskorch versus Stoutland. Proportion 5. Style 5. Sensibility 3.
Wait, what about innovation?
Well, you know, innovation is the one category where there's a difference in score, so I just wanted to save it for last.
Oh, I see. Well, in that case, a drum roll, please!
Stoutland's Moustache has an innovation score of 4. And Centiskorch's Moustache has an innovation score of 5.
And do you know what that means? Ladies and gentlemen, we have our 2021 International Pocket Monster Mustache League Conference Champion,
Hey, you said it.
Centiskorch!
Boy, that was fun.
I disagree.
Let's agree to disagree.
Okay. Anyway, to start off the tournament, let's look at how first... Wait, I'm gonna redo that.
Okay, cool.
Alright, anyway, to start off the tournament, let's look at how the... Third time's a charm, let's go. Surely this isn't a coincidence and not another contrived aspect of this bracket.
I think it is surely this is a coincidence.
Shut up, I'll just do the whole thing again.
Sorry. But if we look at Magikarp over here, it has a quirky little mustache that seems to easily outclass that of the forces of nature in terms of proportion. Wow.
One more time.
But if we look at Magikarp over here, it has a quirky little mustache that seems to easily outclass that of the forces of nature in terms of proportion and style. I said proportion again. Okay. Let me do my breathing exercises.
You wanna go get a drink or something?
All right. I think I've popped the mic 6 times, so that's a good sign. Okay. That's enough to summon Beetlejuice at least twice.
Wait, what? Now this match might not be as one-sided as the last one, but it is certainly... I'm gonna read that again. Okay. Okay. Gyarados' mustache is nothing to sneeze at, but unfortunately, it can't match up. Wait. I almost said match up to the Gyarados-ness. I forget the rest of the beat.